Good morning, class. How are you? Yes, I am fine. So now we are just revising the magnetic effect of current. Okay. So now we are very close to our board examinations and time is also less. So just revise it here. Some theories I have explained here in this video. I have tried to explain, which is ever will be remaining that we'll discuss in the online classes. So be regular there in the online classes. Now take a full advantage of those classes there. Okay. So first of all, what is magnetism? Okay, what is magnetism? So this is magnetism here. Wait a minute. This is called magnetism. When a bar magnet means when an object attract an iron object to its ends, then this is called magnetism. Okay, and the end where this magnet has that iron object has been attracted, this is called pole. A magnet has two poles, one in north pole, one end is south pole. Okay, so that means magnetism is the phenomenon from the force caused by the magnets that produce fields which attract or repel other metallic objects. Here it can attract also magnet can repel also. Okay, so then the force on the electric, that the force on acting on the electrically charged particles in a magnetic field depends on the magnitude of the charges. Obviously the charge will be more there, a big charge will be there, a big field will be created. Okay, that you think discussed in that electricity chapter already. So what is magnetism? So magnetism says that opposite poles attract, like poles repel each other. Okay, what is that? Just see this here. This is here that magnetism has been explained with the help of figure only. See this. It is saying that when a positively charged particle moves in a uniform magnetic field, then the direction of the velocity of the particle is perpendicular to the field, and the magnetic force always acts in a direction perpendicular to the motion of the charge. This is the magnetism there. The space or the region around a magnet within which magnetic force is exerted on other magnets is called the magnetic field. So this whole field is called magnetic fields, and these lines are called magnetic lines. Okay, now see, they are entering, they are emerging from the north pole and they are going into the south pole, outside the magnet. Okay, outside the magnet, everywhere. If you see from north pole, they are emerging and they are going into the south pole. Okay, so these lines, imaginary lines are called magnetic field lines. Okay, one more thing, inside the magnet, outside when they are going like this, but inside the magnet it is from south pole to north pole inside the magnet, but outside the magnet is from the north pole to south pole. Clear? Now next is that the sorry, some properties of the magnetic field lines are here. Let us see that. What are those properties? So here are those properties here. It is saying that the direction of magnetic field is tangent to the field line at any point in space. That means it will never intersect each other. The magnetic field lines will never intersect each other, never. Second is that the strength of the field is proportional to the closeness of the lines. Obviously, the more line will be closer, that means the more field will be stronger there. Okay. Magnetic field lines can never cross, that the field is unique at any point. This can be explained with this point number 1. I have explained that also, that they will never intersect. See, they will go like this, but they will never go like this. This is not possible only. Okay, this is correct, but this is not possible. Magnetic field lines are continuous, forming closed loop. Yes, this is important point. The last one is an important point, that the magnetic field lines are continuous, forming closed loops without beginning or end. Obviously, we have seen that in the previous slide. You may see that. Wait a minute. In this slide only we have seen that these are coming from here to going to here. See, this is a closed loop. Again, they will reach at the north pole, so this closed loop. Second downside also, if you go like this, so they will form the closed loop. So magnetic field lines, they form the closed and continuous loop. From the north pole they will emerge and they will terminate at the south pole only, and inside the magnet also they will move from the south pole to north pole. Clear? Inside the magnet they will move south pole to north pole. Clear? That's why they are continuous. Okay, now what is that magnetic pole? What is the magnetic pole? So magnetic, these are the terms definitions that you have to just remember. That's very important only. So magnetic pole is region at each end of a magnet where the external magnetic field is strongest. Okay, then whatever the features of pole are that unlike poles of different magnets will attract each other and like poles will repel each other. Okay, one point they have mentioned here that external magnetic field is strongest. Why at the pole the magnetic field line is strongest? You may see here in this slide here. Now see the density of line at the poles. See how dense it is at the pole as compared to this region. They are scattered, but they are accumulated, almost very dense at this end. So that's why the magnetic field is strongest at the pole. That's why this point has been mentioned here in this one. So this is the magnetic pole. Here also you can see this in this figure also you can see this. At the south pole and at the north pole, see the density of the lines. See. And as we move ahead from away from the poles, it is getting spaces here. See that more spaces here. So that's why they are not the strongest there, but at the poles they are very much strongest only. Okay. Now, how we can see this and who has first found this? So that was the Oersted who has found this. He is that scientist who discovered the electromagnetic effect. Okay, and by the use of compass, battery and wire, these all things he has done this experiment. What is that experiment? You may see that also. These were the iron fillings. Okay, these were that. Let me switch off my camera. Yes, now these iron fillings were there on the table here, this one, and Oersted just scattered them on the table, and that magnet was behind the table, below the table. And then when he returned back from some work, and he found that the iron fillings has been arranged in this pattern. He repeated this experiment and he found the same pattern is being formed. Then he concluded that the magnetic field lines can be produced. If I can produce a magnet, I can just produce electromagnets also. Okay, that idea came in his mind and he started to work on this and he found the electromagnet. So what is that electromagnet? Generally any magnet which can be formed by the help of electricity is called electromagnet, but here in this we'll read that when a electric current passes through a long coil or a solenoid, okay, this is called solenoid, this shape, a magnetic field is formed around it as shown, and this electromagnetic field is equivalent to a magnetic field around a bar magnet. Okay, when these electromagnets are formed, means when this in solenoid, when I supply current here, it start to behave like a electromagnet, means from the both ends the magnetic field is start to emerge and they start to terminate also. The polarities of both ends of the solenoid changes according to the change of the electric current passes. If I change the direction of current, the polarity will also change of the magnet, and this is done by the changing the terminals of the battery only. Okay, so electromagnet is very beneficial also, that because of this only I have discussed the difference of electromagnet and permanent magnet in the classroom also, so there no need to discuss that. Now what are the factors which can affect electromagnets? These are the factors: magnitude of the electric current, number of turns of the coil, and changing the soft iron core. The iron core material is also very important for the electromagnets. Okay, these three are the main reasons which decides the strength of electromagnets. Okay, if I increase electric current, electromagnets will increase. If I increase the number of turns, that will increase. Here it is explained also. When the current flowing through the coil increases, the number of turns of the coil increases and the amount of soft iron core increases, then the strength of electromagnet increases also. Okay, so this is what electromagnetism is, and we have to read that only. We don't have to read simple magnets. Okay, that we have read in the previous classes. Now we read only electromagnets, the magnets that create magnetic field when the current is flowing through them. Now where they are used, where these electromagnets are used, so they are used in electric bells, circuit breaker MCB, that is nowadays working, MCB in our houses, that is also based on the magnetic effect of current. Then electromagnetic door locks, okay, electromagnetic relays are there, telephone earpiece are there also, which are used that we are taking in the online classes. There's all our electromagnets there. So these are very important things there. And sometimes in medical field also, when we'll deal with eye injury, suppose any iron filling has gone in our eyes, and by the help of magnet we can just take out those iron fillings from there. Okay, so these are the electromagnets. Go through this video and understand all these things. These are very important concepts only. Rest we'll discuss in the classes when we'll come there. And don't forget to come online and on time also. Okay, that is very important now. Okay, next class we'll learn something new. Till then, all of you take care. Thank you class. Thank you very much.